And we're back and we're live with one of our newer shows on the network, Talking with the Angels and Beyond with Tanya. Let's bring Tanya on to reintroduce herself and her show and let us know what's up for today. Tanya, welcome back.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you, everybody. Yes, welcome to another episode 2 of Talking with the Angels and Beyond. Today, we're going to talk about, kind of this energy that has been affecting so many, this March wave. I've been talking about it on my page probably since October, that when Spirit shows me things, they show me definitely by feeling an energy and definitely kind of moving into, I just want to say, a bigger platform. And I had a very awakening, enlightening experience on Monday during my video. I channeled something that was new to me, and they were talking about this energy wave and this higher vibration of consciousness that is coming in to not only help and raise the vibration of the planet, but ourselves. Understanding our connection with our soul is so much deeper. And understanding that we can reach great depths of our soul, recognizing our gifts and our tools that we brought forth into this life. And I love to talk about this as being a human in a human body, and also talking as a higher soul, kind of vibrating on a different platform. So many people talk about transitioning into 3D and 5D, and it seems like it's very heady language, with the 3D meaning like our physical. And I am a mother, I am a wife, and so you talk about physical aspects, and when you have energy, and this is kind of for all the empaths that evolve into it, it's pretty much everybody who's listened to this radio live and on the recording, who feels energy to the core of them, touching their physical, their energetic, the many multi-layers of self. And when I was channeling this high being, I know I'm hearing Nicole asking questions like, well, who is it? We'll talk about that for sure. So, it's what everybody kind of talks about. It's how do you trust your intuition? How do you move into these levels? And we talk about this wave of energy, and probably people on here before, like Nicole said, I am new to this platform. So many people have seen the outcomes of these high intensity energetic waves that put us into a new state of consciousness. And when we are in the physical, how do we absorb these energies and be able to function here on Earth? And that really was my lesson this week. The energy that had came me through a live video, and that's kind of how it happens. I'm assuming it might come in today. We'll see if they decide to step in and have a channeled message for everybody. Took me by surprise because it hit me right into my solar plex, right into the core, made me a little nauseous. And it was I was vibrating, like I was shaking, and I was cold, and I had just moved. Everybody on my video said my face had changed, and I've channeled beings before. I channel all sorts of entities that step in, but this one was such of a high frequency that it was just foreign for me, and especially in my physical. But what it taught me is this: is we are being asked to dive so much deeper than, as they're using the words, human consciousness can even grasp. And I did a show before this one, and somebody asked me, how do you fall into this? And it's very cliche, but we talk about meditation and dropping into our center. And I talk about this on the shows. I had a show in California, and when I'm in public and I point to people's head, and I said, don't think, and I want you to feel right into your soul, right into your connection, into your source. And if you think about this as a beautiful ball of light, this is who you are. This is your soul. And it is full of gifts and tools that you have brought from lifetimes and lineages, different life experience, different planets. Your knowledge, your tools, and your gifts are in the soul, and they have gone through lifetimes with you, not only here on earth, but many more before. And when you fall into this, you awaken and remember these beautiful gifts within that lie within you. And every time you fall deeper into this mosh pit of yourself, this trust, this gooey form of you, energy of beautiful bliss, when you fall deeper into who you are, you start remembering and recognizing things about yourself that, say that again, that might not be tangible or knowing in this, that are even developed here on this earth. But you fall deeper into your source, into your bubble, into your energy, and ask them to be seen, and fall right into your center. Because when Spirit, when your team, when the divine, our Creator, gives you more things, it's because you have leveled up, because you have asked to embrace and feel on a deeper level. And they know you're ready for it. So when I was having human response, I see it's already about to come in. Hold on, please wait. So I was having human responses. Feels like I'm in a tunnel when this comes in. And her name is Aveline, and it sounds very robotic. And it's a galactic star energy. And they showed me the planet name as being from Avalon, but I feel like it's been talked about but misunderstood. Their transmission and frequency connects with us through our electronics. The radio frequency that it comes in has a tendency to disturb our electronics because of the frequency that comes in is so high-tech. We try to align these energies and tend to malfunction and slow your operating system. We ask you to be patient with our communication as we have been trying to understand your technology and your communication here on the planet you have created. This vibration of energy we bring to you. Is a higher level depth of information and knowing to your planet and mankind. As you reside in these energies in your heart space, we activate these through your spinal cord and in your neck cavity. It is the nervous system who feels the pulse of our electronics activity, that you have the rhythm, and it connects to your heart space. When you breathe into this and feel the rhythm and the connection of our energy, it is a feeling of heart racing, physical tingling, and can feel to you in your head a little lightheaded. We ask you to breathe into these energy wavelengths. We are helping you recognize your connection with us. how you have called upon these energies and this help from our land and our nation. We have came to help you remember. Remember all the gifts you have experienced. I'm just going to breathe with that because they are stepping back and I feel like somebody else is stepping in. So just give me a second. Occasionally I have a entity that steps into my energy that is I don't know, he looks to me like a kind of Russian doctor, somebody German from the other, and he comes to me in a white coat and he has some information about this. Okay, there's a lot coming in, slow down. So when these energies come in and mess up our frequencies and our slow down on a like mechanical cellular level, when it affects our body, it's trying to balance out the rhythm of our heart and the blood and the pumping. So this information that's coming in is in a very high frequency, like activating deeper cells, slow down, with our DNA and our activations. And he's bringing in the DNA strand that's asleep, that hasn't yet been activated. So when these frequencies come in and it feels like it's twitching our body and having our heart race and all this stuff, it's really opening and accessing parts of our DNA that lie dormant. Okay, they're showing me like 12 something plus years in our lineage. So lifetimes, like 12 lifetimes that we've been altered by, here we go, chemicals and atmosphere and the stuff that we've been reprogrammed. And, oh, wow, we're going to say that on here. Okay, didn't know this was a thing, just trusting it. They're talking about shots. So I guess vaccinations and something that was placed in there that really started depressing these DNA and activation. The stuff that was in our DNA is really lying dormant. So we've been like programmed to forget is the best way to describe. And now we've been asking to, whoa, slow down. That scared me. Hold on. We've been asking to have everybody's been asking to raise a vibration. And how do we remember to bring in this love? We're bringing so much ill will to our planet that we've been trying to rebalance and regulate it again. So this frequency of this high vibration, which, as a human side of me and as a mom and as a wife, I'm saying, oh my gosh, I'm not getting in my head and getting into my heart space and understanding that this needs to be heard, because they're trying to help us, say it again, reverse the cycle that we have put ourselves in. Say it again, bringing forth this high energy frequency that opens up dormant DNA and remembrance so deep that it's funny, because when they brought this into my head, it lies like in the middle of our skull and our brain, and I don't know anything about our anatomy, but it was like showing me the middle of our brain, and I could feel it like in, and it would be like pulsing in there, and it's remembering this middle part of our connection. And they're bringing in so much like electric pulses, starting to awaken and realize that, they talk about law of attraction and co-creating, but it's on such a magnitude, on such a higher level than we can really fathom. But allowing this process to reprogram and allow these energies to awaken and open parts of you that truly have been dormant for so long. I understand, yes. So it's not in a fact of being scared or understanding exactly what this is, but knowing that you have asked. It's one of those saying, be careful what you ask for because it just might come. We have asked for so long to help our planet because we have fallen into ego. And so many people have also, slow down, fallen into the trap of ego. And it's time for us to pull out of that and remember what our mission is. Remember what we came here to do. We've lost sight of that in so many ways. We see that every day, as we turn on the news, as we talk to people that live in fear, that live in resistance. Yes. And these galactical energies, and, you talk about, we're not the only ones here. We've asked for their divine help. And these galactic energies, I've done so many readings this week, and it seems like somebody new will come in, and I was like, well, never seen this before. And they were connected to so-and-so, and understanding that we are all connected. And what we do to our energy, that we digest into our sweet Mother Earth and to our brothers and sisters, if it is out of fear, out of loss, out of negativity, has a ripple effect, not only out into this universe, but into universes. And I know that's very hard concept, but when I was in a meditation, I went into another universe. But understanding that what we do affects not only here in the physical, but for lifetimes and lineages and other entities and beings in the universe. And they're pretty much saying, totally TMI, pull your head out of your butt, get your crap together, it is time. So I invite you, if you have been feeling, as I call this March wave of energy, to breathe and sit into it. Because when I first felt it, I thought I was going to puke. And it hit me so hard. It's one of those, like when you know something is so right, you have to do it, and it doesn't matter if it sounds like you're crazy or anything else, but you know that there's a greater purpose, and somebody out there is going to get this message of, I feel this too, what is this? Like, I'm the person that says, if you felt this, you're not alone, it's here. The readings I've had this week have been feeling the same thing, and they're understanding, what is this meaning? And this meaning is you. This meaning is love. It's always, that's the greater message, but also remembering. A lot of information came in yesterday when I was channeling this. Because I'm hearing, so what happens is who is ever listening live, I can kind of hear your questions into the ethers, into the atmosphere, because somebody was asking, like, how do you know you've got this? How do you know that you're channeling this information? Yes, there is gatekeepers of this, key holders and whatever, gatekeepers of the star galactic energy. And they're also knowing that there's different, elements, and there's different beings and energy wavelengths that you can tap into this. And I know somebody's asking, how can you know if you're one of these? And I said when I channeled this yesterday, I got asked to be in a news article, and I channeled this information for it. Maybe somehow Nicole can put it up somewhere. If not, it's going to be on my page. But how can you know if it's what resonates, and if you're, and say that again, an active part of this energy, fit into this. How does it feel in your physical? It's very mechanical. It's very electronic. Like I talked about it, and the other girl's internet. The girl that I was talking to, her internet went down. So she's feeling this energy, and you can feel it in your physical. I ask you and invite you to sit with this. Sit with yourself. Quiet your mind and just feel into this. Invite the energy, say that again. Invite the energy that is connected to your life purpose and your mission, to invite it into your space, connecting deeper to your heart, activating this remembrance within you, and allowing it to process and activate within you, and breathe and fill into these energies. I feel some of you will have to express this through automatic writing. I feel other people may be humming through this. And I see other people, fingers going through the desk and thumping very much like analytical information. Almost feels like Morse code. Start feeling this rhythm and how it expresses throughout you. So I slow down. I feel like they're going to kind of step in and kind of keep trying to connect with me. I told them that I need them to adjust my energy field to kind of hold this space because this is so foreign, and sometimes it kind of makes my stomach hurt. So I'm residing and filling into that energy. So, okay. Everybody's mission, I feel, has been very much in the forefront. Everybody has had the urge to express themselves and step out of the box and be seen and be heard. And it doesn't always mean it has to be on stage, but with who is around them, their jobs, their career, their partners, their families. I know because they're bringing up the word self-expression. And these energies allow this movement to begin. This year is going to be so transforming in so many ways and levels. The heart expression of what people are wanting to now create, experience, and find the joy. Hear why they are here. Slow down. Why they're here on this earth. Creative joy, fulfilling their time with things that make their heart sing. People are ready to shed off the old layers and step into this beautiful energy. I'm hearing somebody's chatter talking about raising the vibration and everything, and how we do that, standing in our own truth. It starts with us before we can help anybody else. And when you live authentically in your energy, in your vibration, and allow things to move you in whatever that looks like and however that feels like, that is changing the vibration of the love, because what you're doing is you're expelling this beautiful light and energy of freedom, of self-expression, of allowing creativity, because they're showing you mind blown to express. When others, see that you are doing that, they want to do that too. You know that feeling, and nobody wants to hang out with somebody that's negative. Everybody wants to hang out with somebody fun. So doing that for yourself, because that's the ripple effect. That's what changes the world. Somebody's asking, with these new energies, is it going to speed up, the process of us, the process of, healing and loving and bringing our planet back to balance? I'm hearing your question. But there's still going to be some rough roads. I wish it could be like, oh, easy. We just, slap some of this on it and it's going to be great. But because we have free will, and people have chosen to use that beyond belief. I use it as a free will card. Anytime it comes into help, they just throw up their free will card and say, pretty much, I want to do it this way. It just slows down consciousness. So as we invite and take on these beautiful new energies, letting them kind of figure it out on their, do what they've got to do and figure it out, we sit in our truth and sit in our vibration. Okay, say that again. And continue to, I guess there must be a lot of energy healers on here that help the planet, because they're showing me Mother Earth, and they're showing them, looking down into the planet, and they're showing me there must be like a sister brotherhood who get together and shoot a lot of energy and prayer into the earth and help. So thank you, by the way, for doing that. I can see you guys actively doing that. When that happens more, it's the more that we, say that again. say this in our silent prayers, in our silent meditations, in our energy, and send quick healing. We are trying to move along. I do want to bring up, because they brought it in front of me, this wavelength also has a lot to do with time, adjusting time. I know somebody's asking, well, what does that mean? Like, I'm asking if I can go into this. I can't go too much into this, but it's talking, this might be for another show, but it's talking about altering time and how they're using time kind of as on our side, and they say, okay, slow down, because they're showing me like rapid speed. Like I'm moving my hands right now, and they're showing me rapid speed. So, I don't know, you just keep saying being aware of time. So I know that I'm still yet to channel and to find out more information as I sit in this energy. More is, coming and developing. Let's see, what else should we talk about with these energies? Okay, so they're really pulling me to, if anybody is feeling these energies or feeling this overwhelmment. A lot of people were, messaging me and it's like, oh, I'm feeling dizzy. And okay, I'll bring that in too. Hold on 2 seconds. Hold that thought. Writing. So there's somebody that really needs to kind of do some automatic writing and channeling this energy that comes in. I feel like there's almost needs to come to a place to like share these, maybe there already is, but share these messages. Also knowing that these messages that come through, as much as they are for the collective, they're also for individual basis and for the people around them. And they also are reminding me this huge, say it again. I feel like, so it's, I'm kind of always ahead of the game. I feel things a lot quicker than they actually kind of happen here on physical, and they hit me pretty quickly. And I feel like this, say that again, this huge shift and this huge energy, I say that influx of energy wave is around the March 7th and March 8th. I'm not going to be on this one because I'll be the following week. But if you guys do have any questions or did feel this around the 7th or the 8th, definitely shoot me an email of your questions. That's talkingwiththeangels.com. There's a place where you can send me questions. Yes. So with this huge, this should be, this March 7th evening into the 8th, and with this energy influx and this wave, I'm actually going to hold a meditation on my page is what they wanted me to do. Kind of, saying that again, opening this transmission and adjustment period. And, why did I say that again? Ignition and igniting. This, it's almost like planting a seed is the best way I can describe on what they're showing me. So even if you don't make, my meditation, it's going to be posted on my Talking with the Angels Facebook page. Do this in your meditation. Invoking on this light and this energy and what is it? And it's funny because they're using the word imploding, and I had to look that up in the dictionary because I'm like, what the heck does imploding mean? And it's like exploding, but in the inside. And I was like, are you sure that's what you meant? And they're like, that's what we meant. And I was like, okay. So it's really like bursting. I know I can hear Nicole. Bursting like the inside of what you know. So that's kind of where this is. I know. Huge transition, but it's so much to do with self. Okay, because I keep saying, say that word again. Invocation of light. So I do want to explain myself. I don't have a very wide or broad vocabulary list, so I have been asking them to help me with that. Some of these words I've never heard of, and I'm back on dictionary trying to look them up because I don't know what they mean. So I've been trying to tell them, bring me the words, even if I don't know what they are, I'll look them up later. So if I'm struggling with some of these language, it's because I'm asking them to broaden my vocabulary because I don't have a very wide vocabulary. And some of these, and I know, because some of the dialogue is also not human language. And I am trying to communicate with that. I'm like, you're going to have to find a human word because some of this stuff is not human language. So if you feel like I'm struggling, it's because I'm trying to fully grasp exactly what they're trying to say to us. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of tap into your guys' questions because Spirit is saying questions. It's not like I'm taking live calls. So Nicole, don't flip out. I'm just tapping into like the universe and asking people if you have questions. Okay, somebody's asking. Oh, good question. So somebody's asking, was this my first experience with them, like on Monday? Actually, good question. No, it wasn't. So I didn't realize that I've actually been getting information because they were showing me some symbols. It's so funny because every time I have this, I have Nicole asking questions, sitting here with me, like kind of what the symbols are. I definitely will go over the symbols, but they have been giving me the symbols for a while. I just didn't understand it was tied to this energy and this to this kind of being and all this energy. I can hear them and I've heard them in my head when they speak in this dialogue. So I've never really channeled it out loud though. I can hear it. So yes, I have been getting it for a while, but this was my actually first time they stepped into my energy and it just kind of popped out of my mouth. So yeah, very good question. Let me see. What else does anybody have to ask me? I hear one guy's question, but it's jumbled and I can't make that one out. So I'll try to go to somebody else. Somebody's asking, am I nervous when I'm about to do this? Yes, I am nervous. And when I know that something else is like, so when I know when somebody is about to step in, like I channel archangels and, spirit guides and I do all that, but it feels like different because I've made a connection. I've sat in their energy. I've been doing this for a while. With this one, it was very very different. And when they first came in, it literally felt like I was in a metal tunnel and I was like, what is that around my ears? Like I could feel it. And then all of a sudden it hit me in my stomach and I was like, oh my gosh. And it was so, okay, I'll talk about that. It was intense. So it did kind of hurt my stomach and I told them that they need to recalibrate like me because it's so intense and so strong. I did have an experience a while ago when I was on my way to go pick up my daughter and I was on the phone with one of my friends and they made a twitch in my back. I was driving and I'm like, you cannot do this when I'm driving on my way to pick up my kids. They activated something within my spine. My whole right arm went numb, tingling, and then it just felt like somebody hit me with like a ball, like right in my stomach. And I didn't realize, as now I'm channeling it, they're saying that was like the first, say that again? Like ignition, like our first time that they connected with me. And it was super intense. And I thought I was going to pass out afterwards. And I was like, don't ever do that again. What else were you asking you wanted me to say? So yes, I am still a little nervous because I feel like the human side of me is like, oh my gosh, I sound like a moron. I sound like a robot. Like, why am I doing this? But then, of course, I'm not practicing what I'm preaching. And I'm like, okay, step out of your head, into your heart. You have to do this. And then Spirit will kind of give me a talking to, like, you have to do this. Or they'll give me guidance. And then the angels will come over and kind of, like, the angels are so tied to this realm. Like, it's so crazy. So they'll come over and then they'll comfort me and be like, this is your life path. This is what needs to be said. Or I'll draw cards and they'll give me encouragement saying like, these words need to be said. The vision is bold, like all these information. So yes, I still am getting kind of nervous because like I was talking about in the beginning, talk about stepping into a bigger playing field, into a deeper state of trust and into a deeper state of knowing. You find more things out about yourself. I had been told from other psychics and mediums that I was going to be channeling a higher vibration, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, if it comes in, I was just assuming it was angels. I didn't think it was going to be this. So I'm just still physically trying to adjust to this energy and make sure that the message is as clear as that can possibly be and working with them. So yeah. So let's see, what else can we talk about? Because we've only got a few minutes. Hold on, Nicole's asking me a question. I think that what I'm gathering of this question, because I'm hearing a lot that has this energy invoked or remembered something about like my lineage and like who I may have been prior to, or something about me. Not yet is what I'm feeling. So I feel like somebody's, if you're asking like if it's invoked something where I can remember, no, I remembered that, I slow down. Okay, because they're telling me two things. That I can channel this, that I can be a clear channel, but also like after because I did multiple readings this week, I did my first 2 galactic healings, and that was new, and channeled their healing. I know I'm hearing you, and you go, what was that like? It was extremely different, and they use different techniques. And when I sit to heal or to do a healing on somebody, it's whatever that person needs at the time. So I have like different services on my website. But when somebody sits down, if my indigenous people stand in front of you, obviously I know I'm doing that. Or if I'm getting drawn to crystals, or now obviously this galactic healing, if they step in, then I'm doing that. They are different. I see a whole lot of different stuff, but Spirit didn't really want me to talk about a lot of stuff I see, because then it puts the person, whoever I'm healing, like, oh my gosh, I didn't see the same thing she did. And then it puts them into self-doubt because they didn't experience the same thing I did. And that's not good. That's not what you're wanting to do. You want them to have their experience. What Spirit is showing me during this is they're teaching me what I need to do and where I need to move. And I kind of see it from stepping out a different point of view. So each time I do a healing on anybody, distant or in person, it feels completely different. And my voice starts changing and the accent starts coming in. And they experience something different. So with this one, it was, I don't want to use the word chaotic during one of the girls, but that's how it felt, because it vibrated her into, so a lot of you guys will recognize this. Whew, sorry, it just smelled like angels. An angel just walked in front of me, so it catches me. And I'm very animated, so sometimes it's hard to be on the radio because Spirit literally moves me all around and I'm hopping and jumping, so my videos are very animated. Yes, so with that healing that I had done on a certain individual, it was vibrating her to feel, she's like, it feels chaotic but also comfortable. That's a weird way to describe the healing. And I had to sit with her afterwards and channel some more energy with her, through communication. And this is funny. And then, and she had to realize the if you think of somebody vibrating you and it's bringing up, energies that are residing that you no longer want to feel. So when you do this healing, obviously is what they're trying to tell me, this type of healing is it vibrates this to the surface, because then you're very much aware of these emotions. And in healing and in any type of healing, we can always heal things when we know what it is to heal. And I'm really, I guess, good at that after doing a couple of self-love classes last year. So it vibrates to the surface, and this is the emotion that you're feeling. Do you like this emotion? If not, let's transmute it, let's change it, and let's fill this with another one and realize that you don't have to hold on to this emotion. So this is kind of what it does on top of some other things. I do want to bring up, because things are coming in, one of my girls just said that if anybody's getting blurred vision, this is energy that's coming in that's affecting it. Very, very heady, and it's very like whatever I channeled. When I channel, I don't remember what I'm saying, so whatever I was talking about, how vibrating, it's really changing a lot of things within, say that again, your subconscious and your unconscious. So it's vibrating a lot of that stuff. So you just may feel some physical stuff. Definitely breathe into it, push the water. And they're showing me like stepping on the ground and kind of pushing this energy through your feet and transmuting it kind of with earth elements and earth energy to kind of counterbalance these high level, they want to say electricified, which I don't know if that's even a word, vibrations. So you're definitely going to kind of transmute those if you're feeling overwhelmed by any of these energies. I feel like so many people that are playing on a different playing field and wanting to express and wanting to feel deeper and step into their, what did you say? That's weird. Bigger soul purpose. I don't know why they're using that language, but you're going to feel this energy wave. I'm hearing it is going to be with us for a while, kind of like for the adjustment to happen. So if you think about going to the chiropractor and when you're out of alignment and then you go to the chiropractor a couple times, it takes a couple times to get adjusted to it till it feels, comfortable and it's not so, not traumatic, but you know what I mean? Adjustment on the body. So I feel like because they're bringing me into the end of April, so they're flashing me into the end of April where it's going to take an adjustment period to fully what are you saying? Contemplate and understand and digest these energies. So I'm excited to share this with you guys. I know that this isn't always accepted in most places, so I am extremely blessed that Nicole has reached out to me where I can share this here because I feel like this is a comfortable space and that there's acceptance, because sometimes when things are so new and so foreign, it tends to put people, put them out of their comfort zone and they tend to lash out. So I'm super excited I can experience and express these transmissions and these activations that come in and this channeled message for whoever it's supposed to reach, whoever it's supposed to connect with. I'm honored to be in a place, and they go of understanding that there's so much in this vast universe that we don't all know, but know that there is so much more, and so many people have experienced so many things, science hasn't came around to, but they know like what they experienced. So I'm glad that we have a place like this that we can talk about this, so we can bring in and understand and bring, slow down, to the forefront of these new energies and understand how they affect so many people and people that, you guys are listening from all around the world. And I've never really met you, but you feel the same wave energy length, and we're slow down and we're super connected. And I think sometimes that's the greatest feeling, is knowing that you're not alone and that you are feeling this higher wavelength that sometimes doesn't make logical sense, but you feel it with every part of you and you just trust and know that you're not alone and that others are feeling it too, and that the greater mission and purpose and serving will be exposed and known. Say that again. I'm hearing that galactic connection is very, very, very real, and is here only to help us from ourselves, help the greater, slow down, the greater mission. They're telling me and helping the next steps, but they're showing me like not planet Earth, like the next thing that we're supposed to be helping. I feel like this energy wave is going to connect so many people who are like, finally, we've been waiting for you. And like jump on this energy wave, because it's like it's getting wider and bigger the more I talk about it. And so many people are, riding this wave until, expel. I don't know what that is, but they're saying till their time here, has expelled or whatever here on Earth, and they move into the next greater mission. Funny, because they're going that's bigger than the one we have currently. And it was fascinating when I channeled yesterday for that news article in the magazine. They said what we have experienced and what we've done is so much greater than what we have in front of us. So knowing that whatever situation or obstacle that you have in front of you, you have conquered it before, and it was so much bigger than what you have in front of you, and you aced that. And whatever you feel right now that may be a burden or an obstacle, that you have the ability, the support, and the connection to overcome this to the greatest height. And sell into the next project. I feel blessed, and I stay in a space of gratitude as much as I possibly can. And every night I kind of say my, thank yous and my gratitude for my connection, because there was many times in my life where I had felt like I was all alone. Knowing that I was connected to the other side, and I would pray and I would talk to Jesus, do all this stuff, but sometimes still felt alone. And I feel like this energy is so strong, or maybe because I've connected so much and grown, I don't know. But it's so strong that you really feel like you're not alone. So I invite you, if you do feel like you're like all alone, to ask this energy to come into your space, into your consciousness, because it is inviting, it is high vibration, kind of fun and exciting. It's different, but it's kind of fun and exciting. And if this energy isn't for you, definitely always call on the archangels and the guides, knowing that though this is it's like we were talking about, we are all connected. Definitely all the star and the galactic energies and the different, planets and everything else, that we are all connected. They're all connected too. So it's all like this interweaving of connection. So if you think of it as a material, or, I crochet, I love to crochet, but if you think of it as weaving, they're all, we're the atmosphere, the universe and all these other energies and everything else, we're all weaved together. I think what I'm finding also is so many people are saying, oh, well, is this just the Pleiadians? Is this just the, I don't even know, celestial or something? I don't study other people or what others, I just do what Spirit tells me to do. And they're like, oh, it sounds like the Pleiadians. And that's what I've noticed, is there's so many more starseed energy, galactic energy that is coming in. It is just not one thing. And they said this, like, you're not going to put on the Google and be able to look this up. Like, you're just going to have to feel this. This is like back in, when we were feeling one energy. Sit into it. Feel what this is for you. You have your own unique navigation blueprint with our source, with our creator, and with all these energies. One that may affect me will not affect you, or one that affects you may not affect me. But you have a deeper connection to all these energies, and you can, say that again, you can choose or allow to connect with any and all of them. But not putting so many borders and limitations that it just has to be this way. I mean, Spirit, when they opened up this, Pandora box on, go against, it has to look like this. You have to do this and this and this to connect. I mean, this was like my story that Nicole and I talked about last week. I had, one healer, intuitive, that I had connected with here locally, And she looked at me and she's like, well, you're sure going against the grain. And I asked her, I said, well, what do you mean? She goes, most people won't even connect with you because you didn't go to a school, you weren't trained, you weren't. And she said, you're definitely doing it, I don't know, the opposite way or something. And it kind of took me off guard when she had said that. And I was like, yeah, but this is what Spirit said. And Spirit did this breakdown. They said, who taught them, and who taught them, and who taught them, and who taught them. I just kind of skipped all the who taughts, and I went straight to the on the other side. So that's, I guess something Spirit's bringing in is kind of breaking the old patterns, the old ways, and stepping right into what you were designed with, your navigation system, your soul, because it has all the answers and it is so connected to our Creator and full of so many gifts. For we stay in alignment, in trust and knowing, and fall in meditation and breathing and walking and connecting with nature, the more we evolve with self. And what this energy is doing is evolving us as humans. And what a beautiful gift. What a beautiful gift. I have never been able to fit in a mold. I didn't fit in the college mold. I didn't fit in the school mold. I didn't fit in any kind of mold. I've always been unique. And I fought that for a really long time. And then I embraced it. And now I'm even more unique than I was before. But knowing that I am loved and accepted in the eyes of our Creator, and that at the end of the day, when I lay my head down at night, that the only person I have to answer to is myself and our Creator. And that's it. Sometimes when people judge me or look at me look at me sideways, I have to sit and I have to reside in that. And I know that every day I wake up and I ask, what do I need to experience today? What do I need to channel today? How can I continue this path of love and light? Then the day will be okay. And even if sometimes it isn't, I know not to hold on to that emotion because it only hurts me physically. And shake off the rest, and tomorrow is a new day. And when I choose to fulfill my mission, I'm on to something greater. And that's kind of where my mindset sits. And sometimes life can be overwhelming, but I have to reprogram and recenter and reset myself to that. And understanding that there is a great knowledge, universal knowledge, even eons and beyond and on and on. And that my little petty stuff in front of me isn't really that big of a deal. And if the greater mission and purpose is love, I want to get on that wave. I want to get on that energy. So you guys, that's coming down to the last 5 minutes of shameless self-promotion. And a couple things, I think every time it's going to change, but on my website is all my services, energy, and I tell people, like, if this is your first time connecting or sitting with me, I don't advise my hour because it can be a little overwhelming. I say do the 30 minutes. It just says healing with messages, and we sit together, and whatever comes in, if you have questions, we answer those, but whatever Spirit wants you to know, it's a place for healing and channeling and everything else. I also know if anybody has felt the call to become a healer, Spirit gave me this course, and it's like a course of activation, and it's called Rainbow Ray Healing, and at the end of it, you get a certification. That doesn't really, mean everything, but I guess here in the 3D world, people like to be certified. But the point is that you take a 9-day course and you dive deep into your soul. There's a lot of sacred geometry that comes in. This course was given to me by Archangel Zadkiel and Metatron and Magnesiac and all these masters and higher councils and so on. And each class is designed for the individuals who sit there. I do very small class sizes. Some of the other girls who took the course, there's a video kind of talking about that. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out at Talking with the Angels and Beyond, my Facebook page. It's pinned right to the top. It's a Facebook video and the link to click on. It is a course that I was not expecting until I started channeling it, and it's intense. And I tell Spirit, whoever, if you feel drawn to it, it's because so-and-so took it and your guys' energy aligned for this huge self-development 9 course. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out. That is on my Facebook page, Talking with the Angels. And if you guys want to connect, send me an email, watch more of my videos. There's a few places to find me. Definitely check it out there on my Facebook page. And if you guys have questions about Aveline and this Avalon energy and this nation and this stuff that I'm still getting to know and get comfortable with, you can send those. There's a place that says contact on myangels.com. You guys can send me your questions. Thank you guys so much for holding this space, allowing this message to transcribe and come through me. Yes, thank you for Nicole, for creating this space. And it is, I know, because they keep saying this safe space of connection, safe space of allowing, yes, galactic and star energy and any other energy that wants to come in and help us with our biggest mission. So much love, you guys, to each and every one of you. I will be back in 2 weeks with another episode of whatever Spirit wants to bring. Thank you guys so much for joining. Light and love. Signing off, Talking with the Angels and Beyond. You guys have a fantastic day, and we will talk soon.
Hear all of our previously aired broadcasts of News for the Soul online at newsforthesoul.com. Now let's get back to the show.